Welcome to the Core 4 podcast. Today we'll be talking about the coronavirus epidemic and its effect on professional sports. Stay tuned.
2, 1. All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Core 4 podcast. My name's Kenny. I'm with Justin, Alex, and Spider once again.
Hello.
Hello.
And a lot went on today in the world of sports, I must say.
Dude,
Yep.
a lot of crazy stuff.
So,
Mm-hmm.
before we get to the big story that we're obviously going to be talking about the entire time, I figured I would just start by rattling off all of the professional sports that I'm aware of that are not that are suspended right now. So we have the NBA, which started this whole thing for the most part. The NHL, NCAA sports, the MLB, MLS, NLL, UEFA, and then the PGA Tour is restricted, which means they're still going to play, but not in front of any fans or anything. Same thing with NASCAR. It's restricted right now, so it's kind of blew up pretty quick, I must say. Not going to be a whole lot that we're going to be able to talk about in the coming days, weeks, maybe even months. So, whatever happens, we're going to be here. We're going to try and ride this out, but it's going to be a little difficult without anything to talk about. So, just bear with us.
And the thing is too, a lot of us, we watch basketball and football, but we're all big hockey fans. So the NHL being shut down, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Well, we can watch the KHL because they're still going on.
For how long, though? The Swiss League is already shut down. I'm sure all those leagues are going to go down eventually.
I mean,
Yeah, I think the
they're
German league shut down already.
already in the second round of the playoffs for now.
Yeah, well, that's not going to matter. We'll talk about all that stuff when we get there, because I want to have a hockey segment, and
Yep.
like we always
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
So,
I do got one question for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Like if I wanted to go see a game, doesn't matter which one it is, like tomorrow. This was before the whole pandemic was announced.
Right.
Would I get reimbursed
No.
for my money?
Yes.
No.
Huh?
As of right now, no. And I'll tell you why. Because right now they're just suspended. They're just postponed. They're not
Canceled.
done. They're not canceled. There is still the chance that they're going to go on. So they're not going to refund anybody yet until they know that the season's done. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So like a friend of mine has tickets to, I believe, a Ranger game coming up, and she's not being reimbursed. And I had to explain to her that that's because if the season comes back, you're gonna have say the tickets for this Monday, right? Because they were playing at home this Monday against the Flames. And they moved the game from March 18th or March. Was it March 18th? What is
Monday?
What is Monday? Is Monday March 18th? I think it is, right? Or is that
Today's
Wednesday?
the 12th.
It was 16th.
That's a Wednesday. Yeah, they play on Wednesday then.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is the 16th. I don't know. The next time they're home, they play the Flames. I know that. So, we'll say it's March 16th. Let's say they don't come back till May 16th. That means your tickets for the game on March 16th are now good for May 16th, which I really hope we don't have to wait that long. But, if we have to, we have to. There's not really much we can do about it. So,
Okay.
yeah, we would just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, that's where we're at right now.
The very big fruity.
Exactly, the very big fruity. So, yeah, I figured we would get into basketball first, just because
Yep.
this is where that whole thing kind of started. You have Rudy Gobert, who plays for the Jazz, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Plays for the Jazz, gets the virus, doesn't know he has it, makes a joke about it, and touches all the microphones after a press conference, touches all the
And all his
microphones.
teammates.
And then he gets one of his teammates sick. What's his name? Donovan something? Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Gets Donovan Mitchell infected. And now the whole league, it was very quick. The whole league went down.
Yep.
Like the whole league shut down pretty quickly.
Yeah. Right after that too. Yeah, the Nuggets and the Mavericks were playing, and they actually had to stop like at the end of the third quarter, and they didn't finish the game because the league shut down.
I heard that also that the Jazz were supposed to play the Thunder last night,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and they literally right before the game canceled it.
This is right before tip-off.
Literally right before tip-off, called the game. So, scary stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
But I know everybody else saying it right now, but Gobert's an idiot. How are you going to do that? Like, I understand it was a joke, haha, hee hee, but like, you obviously you're not going to know if you have it right away.
Right.
So doing something stupid like that is literally just going to put everybody at risk, which it did, and now all major sports are shut down. So, thank you, Rudy Gobert.
For ending the NHL season like a month before the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm actually glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about that.
We were 6 points away.
You weren't gonna make it anyway.
You never know.
No, I know.
I think we do know, Alex.
You weren't gonna make it. You lost to the Red Wings. The Blackhawks needed to beat that team and didn't. That's one of those games that it's a walk in, get 2 points, and just walk out. And you didn't do it.
I would say it's the exact same with Boston.
You yeah,
Against
but
who?
they're leading. They don't need the points.
Oh, yeah, I know. They lost to the Red Wings too. I get that. But exactly, they don't need the points. They have 100 points.
Alex, you were supposed to walk in there like anyone said. Walk in, get the 2 points, walk in. You walked in there, got your cheeks clapped, and then now look where we're at.
Yep. So, here's how we're going to do this. I heard something today on one of the NHL radio things, whether it's NHL radio or Sportsnet, one of them said it. What happens with the NHL playoffs? Right, and I want your opinions on that. What do you think they're going to do? Say the league comes back in 2-3 weeks, like they're saying it would. I think they said like a minimum of 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Say the season comes back and we go to playoffs. What do you think would happen? Do you think they're gonna just extend the season? Do you think they're gonna shorten the playoffs down? Because I'll say what I heard first, and then you guys can either agree with me, disagree with me, say what you want to say. But somebody said, I wish I knew the guy's name. I don't remember, unfortunately. But it was on either Sportsnet or NHL Network Radio, whatever. Said you take the first 2 teams in each division, which would be the first 2 teams in both conferences, obviously. Except for, I don't think the West actually. Let me look at the wild card. Except for the West. Because the old playoff format, it would be you take the top from both divisions, and no matter how many points they have, they're the top 2 teams. So, like, this is a perfect instance right now. St. Louis has 94 points in the Central, and in the Pacific, Vegas leads with 86. But Colorado has 92 points, so technically they're ahead of Vegas, but because Vegas holds the Pacific, they would take the number 2 seed. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, here's the format that this guy came up with or said that would work, and I kind of agree with it, honestly. It actually works in the East too. But anyway, because Boston and Tampa hold the top 2 spots in the East, but the Capitals would technically hold number 2, so we're going to put that into account. So we'll start with the East. You take the first 2 teams, right? They get a bye week.
Yep.
Like in football. You get a bye week. So that would be Boston and Washington. 1 and 2 will get a bye week. And then you play teams 3 through 10 in the wild card race in the conference. Play each other for the actual playoff spots. For instance, in the East, Boston and Washington would get a bye. Tampa would play the Rangers, who are 2 points out of a playoff spot. Philadelphia would play the Islanders, who are a point out of a playoff spot. And then Pittsburgh would play Columbus. Carolina would play Toronto. That would be the first round of the playoffs. And then in the West, St. Louis and Vegas get a bye. Colorado would play Minnesota. Edmonton would play Vancouver. Both of those teams obviously out of playoff contention, but out of a spot right now. Vancouver tied with Nashville for the final spot, and Minnesota's a point out. So what did I say? Colorado would play Minnesota. Edmonton would play Vancouver. Dallas would play Nashville, and Winnipeg would play Calgary. And that would be the first round. And I don't know how they would determine who plays who after the bye week for St. Louis and Vegas and Boston and Washington. But that's what they would do. Which to me I like the sound of, not only because the Rangers would technically be in the playoffs, but because I think that would be the best scenario for everybody. Because there's a lot of factors that are going into it, like point percentage and, regulation, overtime wins, goal differential, all that stuff that's just going to be blown out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Detroit's going to the playoffs.
yeah, no. So, I don't know. I think the top 10 teams thing works. That's just me, though. I mean, if that's what it comes down to, where, they're like, we're not going to finish the season, but, these 10 teams in both conferences are going to play for the Stanley Cup, I would be okay with that. Not only because the Rangers are technically in a playoff spot, if that were to be it, but
You are playing Tampa Bay though.
yeah. So, and I think he said that round would be a best of 3.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So you win 2 games, and then the rest of the playoffs would be a best of 5 to try to shorten it down. And then, like, the Stanley Cup final, you could do best of 7 because it's only 2 teams playing, not, like, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was thinking as well.
So the first round would be the best of 3 with those 2 extra wild card teams. And then the bye week teams, the 4 teams with the bye. And then 5 best of 5 for the remainder of the playoffs until the Stanley Cup finals, best of 7. I think that would be the best option right now, if it gets to that point, obviously. It's same thing goes for basketball, I guess. I mean, let me look at the basketball. I don't have the basketball stuff in front of me right now, but we can go back to basketball for a second just to pull up the standings here.
So speaking of basketball, I know we're kind of on hockey, but March Madness got canceled.
Yeah, which I think was the smart move.
Yeah.
So in the East for basketball, Milwaukee and Toronto would get byes, and the Lakers and Clippers would both get
City.
Cream City. The Lakers and the Clippers would both get a bye because of the top 2 teams in the conference.
Are the Nuggets? Are they second?
They're third.
Third. Okay.
So, if it had to go to 10, like 10 teams, in the East, Boston would play the Hornets. the Heat would play the Wizards. The Hornets and Wizards both being out of the playoffs. Dramatically, might I add.
Really, the
Yeah, the
Wizards in
Wizards
the
are 24
playoffs,
and
though.
40. 24 and
Wow,
40.
they
The
haven't.
Hornets are 23 and 42. The Magic are
Imagine them
30 and
winning.
35. They hold the last spot right now.
Imagine them winning.
No. Especially if they're playing the Heat in the first round? No.
The Heat, dude, they're winning.
And then the Pacers would play the Magic, and the Sixers would play the Nets in the first round. In the East, the West, the Nuggets would play the Pelicans. Jazz would play the Trailblazers. Thunder would play the Grizzlies, and Rockets would play the Mavs. So,
Okay.
that's where we're at. I mean, really, all we can do is wait now. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
um,
No, kind of speaking on a side note of this whole Corona thing, Colorado, our governor declared a state of emergency.
wait, really?
Yeah,
I don't think
we have
New York did that
we
yet,
have
did we?
30.
New York did already on Sunday.
Oh, they got no idea here.
Did they call an entire state of emergency? Or, because I know it was just Westchester County.
It was an entire state of emergency.
Nice.
Yeah, because we have 35 confirmed cases in Colorado.
Yeah, de Blasio declares state of emergency in New York.
Mm-hmm.
How many cases did you
Um,
say? 35?
Yeah.
The city
New
had
York has
95 on Thursday. Could easily have 1,000 by next week. Nice.
Oh my lord.
My goodness.
New York bans most gatherings of more than 500 people, which is why Broadway is literally closed right now. Broadway. All 41 theaters have at least 500 seats, and they're all closed.
Dude, it's gonna be Iron Legend.
Yeah. They're suspending performances until April 12th, so literally a month. Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
I heard, is closed for 3 months.
3
my
months?
I heard that, yes.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna
I don't
look
know
right
why
now
they
just to
do
see.
3 months. Then again,
But-
they can always reopen it whenever
Of
they
course,
want.
but
Here's what to say.
yeah.
If like what they said, what the NHL is going to be possibly coming back in about a month or so, where are they going to go?
The Rangers are playing.
the
They're gonna
Rangers
play
would probably have to
some
play
roller.
if
Some
if
rollerblade
Madison
hockey.
Square Garden stays closed. They'd probably have to play at either the Barclays Center or maybe the Coliseum. Like that's probably the only two options.
Yep.
Or
Dude,
maybe
they're gonna
Jersey.
play street
Maybe they would
hockey.
go far enough as to go to Jersey.
Yeah, Prudential Center.
I'm trying to just skim this article. I don't see where it says
'Cause,
that, but I heard it on the radio before that it's that the garden itself is closed until for like the next 3 months or something.
For my school, we don't all like school programs like sports and concerts and stuff are canceled until April 6th.
Jeez. So it's getting bad out there.
Yeah, Stony Brook canceled campus events till the end of March.
We had our concert tonight. I want to kill myself.
Not anymore, you don't. Anyway, I also wanted to touch on football because, that's not like a big topic right now because it's the middle of March. But, XFL.
Suspended.
Suspended, yeah. All major sports
Everything.
right now are unfortunately suspended. But,
Yeah. So even as you mentioned, lacrosse too.
Yep. Lacrosse, I mentioned before, MLS,
Yeah.
UEFA,
Yeah.
they're all canceled right now.
To be
So,
honest with you, I haven't seen anything about the SPHL suspended it or anything.
what is that?
Sorry for the Pacific Hockey League.
I haven't heard anything. With the XFL, as of right now, Um,
The rest of the season's canceled.
the rest of the season's canceled. So I don't know what that
Damn it.
entails. I
I mean,
mean,
are we getting the playoffs for them or?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Damn it.
Doubt it.
Which is
Rest
unfortunate because
in
I
peace to
have
the
the standings
DC
up right
Defenders.
now. The Houston Roughnecks are 5-0.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And then the DC Defenders, St. Louis Battlehawks, and New York Guardians are all 3-2. Dallas Renegades and LA Wildcats are 2-3, and Tampa Bay Vipers and Seattle Dragons are 1-4.
Hot idiots.
So I don't know how the playoffs would have worked in this case. Anyway, I assume it's probably the top two teams in both divisions, or maybe
I think that's how they were
maybe-
doing it before.
maybe it's top three, and the 1st
Mhm.
team gets a bye. Like in the NFL,
Hmm.
the first team would get a bye, so the Defenders and the Roughnecks would get a bye. Battlehawks and Guardians would play. Renegades and Wildcats would play to play the Rednecks or the Defenders to then play for the quote-unquote Super Bowl, because I don't think we know what it would be called yet, right?
Probably the XFL championship.
Probably the XFL Bowl
Yeah.
or something. Probably something very simplistic.
the big old bag bowl.
Yeah, yeah, that. But, I mean, other than that, we're not going to have much to talk about for a couple weeks, which sucks because we
Yeah.
just started this up, too.
Go check out End of the Woods.
Yeah,
Uh.
go keep up with us on Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Link in the description.
Because that's where we're going to be
Can I
getting
mention
freaky.
something about the Stony Brook women's team?
You're going to say that they're canceled,
Fruity.
postponed, fruity?
Well, yeah, canceled, of course, but like they had the best season in since they've joined Division 1. Like they went 28-3 the entire season.
Well, it's all for nothing now.
And they
Haha.
had the potential to go to March Madness, and now it's
Now it's
not
canceled.
happening anymore.
Yep.
Well,
And I should also mention they never won an America East title. I think they had a shot if they had played.
well,
rest
we're never
in
going
peace,
to know
dude.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so hard to tell what could and could not be, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Pat, I
Like,
don't
what
know
is
if you
it
guys
gonna
know,
happen?
Justin and I were talking about him before, Pat McAfee. You might not know the name. He was a
Heard of it.
kicker for the Indianapolis Colts. No. Okay. He has a sports show on YouTube. The Pat McAfee Show. I listen to it pretty often, almost every day. And he made a point that the way they could market this, if it gets to this point, they cancel March Madness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait
Mhm.
the month, 2 months, whatever, and then put it in May. May Madness.
Hmm. That'd be
Dude,
That's not a bad
Well,
idea
actually, I
for a
would call it
marketing
May
standpoint.
Mayhem at
That's
that
not a bad
point.
idea.
May Madness, dude. Getting fruity with the madness.
I think that's a good idea.
I wouldn't call it May Madness though. I would call it May Mayhem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would just try to market it generally
Yeah.
the same so people know what it is. But, you know, may the madness begin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Puns on puns on puns. Anyway,
Yep.
back to
Next.
football. Not a lot of stuff going on in the NFL except for the fact that the Rams might have a new logo,
Yep.
and it sucks.
Thanks for copying the Chargers, by the way.
And it sucks. Bad, like really bad. I'll put it up on screen now, but God, it's really bad. Like,
Like I said before, I like it.
yeah, Alex likes it. I don't. It's
Because you're gay, Alex.
it's just the tweet that's attached to it from Cameron De Silva literally describes it so perfectly. It says, quote, I don't know if this is the Rams' new logo, but it looks like it'd be sold at a Walmart near SoFi Stadium for tourists who can't decide between backing the Rams or the Chargers. And it's
Yeah.
it really does look like that because the horn or
The
the
bolt.
tusk, whatever it's
Yeah, it looks like a
called,
bolt.
looks like it kind of looks like a bolt, but I was thinking more of it looking like a C for Chargers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see I see a C more than I see a bolt, but
Yep.
God, it's just bad.
It's just garbage.
It's just really bad.
It's just
I don't like it. Alex, you can like it all you want. I don't like it. I hope that this doesn't end up being an actual thing because I think it's a
if it
terrible
is, dude,
mistake.
swear. Yeah. SoFi Stadium, I'm excited for.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be exciting.
Las Vegas's new
Yeah.
stadium's gonna be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Raiders are gay, so
Unless nobody's gonna be around to play.
and nobody's gonna be around to build.
Unless we all either drop dead or decide
World War III breaks out.
that we want to extend this postponing of seasons of sports seasons for
Into the
however long we
NFL.
want till it reaches
Yeah.
the NFL. That would be a little ridiculous.
If it reaches the NFL
I
and we
don't
still
think
don't
it'll
have
go that
hockey
long.
and stuff, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I might just have to hit the wall.
Maybe. Really quick before we get off the XFL, I mean, we can go
NFL.
over what? Oh well,
said
I know, but we
XFL.
were talking about the XFL.
Right.
Before we get away from the XFL and football in general, last week the Roughnecks beat the Dragons 32-23. Again, they're 5-0. They're insane. They're ridiculous. I think they were actually playing the Guardians next week. Yeah, they were. Or not next
They
week.
were.
This Saturday I was going to go to the game, but I can't now. So.
Yeah.
Guardians beat the Renegades 30-12. Defenders beat the Battlehawks 15-6, and the Wildcats
Good.
beat the Vipers 41-34. So, I want to switch back over to the NFL too. Tom Brady.
Mhm.
Tom Brady.
dude.
He's the
Dude,
biggest name going on the market.
There
Dude.
are a lot of talks right now of where he's gonna go. I think. I mean, I'll name the teams that I've heard about so far, but I don't know where the best fit would be. I don't know. It would be weird seeing him in anything other than a Patriots uniform.
Yep.
But as of right now, obviously he still has the possibility to re-sign with the Patriots, which I don't think is going to happen. And then there's the Titans, the Raiders, the Bucks, the Chargers, Colts, and 49ers. If you had to take one
Which,
guess
I know.
as to where he would go out of those teams, out of those 6 teams that I just named, unless you think he's going to re-sign with the Pats, which team would it be? Or maybe he
Chargers.
retires. You're very
I
biased.
see the Colts.
Yeah, exactly. We discussed this before that this is going to be biased. I want him to go to the Chargers.
Well, yeah, of course.
I really don't see him going to Chargers.
Whichever
And,
team he goes to is automatically
Yeah,
a
Alex.
contender.
Yeah, Alex, that's what the Bears aren't in this list, idiot.
I said the Colts.
I'm still thinking.
You're a Colts fan, Alex?
I want to
No.
say he'll go to the Raiders.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, the reports are very heavy on the Bucks. Very heavy on the Buccaneers.
Brady's been quiet though.
Yeah, I would say it would probably be a toss-up between the Raiders and the Bucks. Honestly.
That's fruity. Because like the 49ers, they have Garoppolo, and he's really good. I mean, he got them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so.
they don't
Yeah.
need a quarterback.
Yeah, they don't.
Titans don't need a quarterback.
No.
No.
The Colts are in there, but they don't really. But like the ones who,
The Colts-
I mean, the Chargers,
Colts
we
need
need
a
a quarterback.
The Colts do need a
The
quarterback.
Colts need a quarterback.
because Andrew
Mhm.
Luck
The
is
Chargers need a quarterback.
Andrew
Yeah,
Luck had
Andrew
to
Luck.
retire. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to retire.
Chargers don't need a quarterback.
not-
They have Phillip Rivers.
No, they're actually getting rid of
No,
him.
we don't. No, he's a free agent. He's no longer with the Chargers.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, he's not. He's not a Charger
I thought he had
anymore.
a year left on his contract.
They
No.
released him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he did have a year left on his
So-
contract then.
I think so. Yeah.
So That's another interesting name on the market, though. Where would he go?
There's also talk to him going to the Colts as well.
Philip Rivers,
That'd
I
be
could see going to the Colts.
Do you see
If-
Rivers going to the Giants?
No,
No,
no. Why is that in talks?
I don't know.
I don't.
But
I don't want. No offense to Philip Rivers. He's a great quarterback. He's 123 and 101 in his career. But I don't really. He's. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't think I would want him.
say get him as like a backup to.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to be
Daniel
a backup.
Jones.
He's not going to want to be a backup. He's going to want the
gonna
starting
be a
quarterback job.
starter.
So the Colts would be the
Right
best
now,
option for him.
the top 5 teams that he goes to, the top 5 best landing spots right now, 1 to 5 in order: Colts, Buccaneers, Bears, Panthers, and Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
said
the
it
Bears
before.
were
I could see him
looking
going to
to
the Colts.
get a new quarterback.
Yeah, I see him going to the Colts, which means, I didn't think he was going to the Colts anyway. But then that leaves the Colts out for Brady,
Right.
The Chargers.
which opens up a spot for the Chargers. But then you have to keep in mind the Raiders and Bucks also need a quarterback, and the Bucks have the most cap space, I believe. So the
Yeah.
Bucks will probably dish out more money just to get him.
And you do have a point because the Chargers we have Allen, who I know he takes up quite a bit of cap space because he's one of our best wide receivers. Melvin Gordon, and then we just picked up a defensive. We just picked up a tight end. I think, a really good tight end. I don't remember who, but we just picked up a tight end, so that probably took up a bit of our cap space too.
Yeah, ready for this? The
Mhm.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to go into the offseason, which already happened. This article's a little old. It's from mid-January now. They're going to go into the offseason with $90 million in cap space.
Holy cow.
Now, obviously, they're not going to give Tom Brady $90 million, but
That would be a
Tom
little
Brady
ridiculous.
can get a lot of money out of the Buccaneers. A lot.
Yep.
And
So
I
would
mean,
you
how
you
many
think
years
he
do you
would get
think
a
Tom
1 year
Brady
or
has
2 year
left?
contract?
I would say 2.
2 years, just so he plays till he's 45.
I thought he's 42 right now. Is he 43?
I think he's 43 now or will turn
he
43.
wanted to play.
I don't remember.
He wanted to play until he was 45. So if he's 43 now, I think either way he signed a two-year contract
All right.
because he's been playing in New England since 2000 and something.
2000.
Yeah.
Literally 2000. I thought it might have been 2001. 2000.
He is 42.
He's 42. I still
Oh,
say he
okay.
signs a 2-year contract, and then maybe re-signs at the end of it. But
And then retires at 45.
yeah. He's been playing in New England in the cold for 20 years. 19 years, really. But,
And you can
you know,
still loosen
19,
up those
20
joints.
years. He's going to be going down to play in Tampa for half the year. It's a different environment. Playing in a cold
Yep.
place and playing in a warm place are two totally different environments.
Yep.
So I think the first couple weeks of his first season, if he goes to the Bucs, are going to be a little shaky at home. But I think in that second season that he plays, he's going to be dominant.
And Bucks
And-
go to the Super Bowl.
I mean,
I don't see that happening.
any team he goes to is automatically a contender, easily.
Yeah.
Even the Bucs,
So I mean,
unfortunately.
that's why I want him to go to the Chargers. We've been to the Super Bowl once and lost.
Good. Who'd you lose to?
I believe. I'm not. If I remember correctly, I think the Giants.
It was not the
Was it not the
Giants.
Giants? Not the Giants?
Played the Bills.
The Giants beat the Bills, Broncos, and Patriots twice.
Who was it? San Francisco.
Yes.
That makes sense.
1994.
Yeah.
95,
Yep.
really. 94, 95 season.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Niners. Who Niners were also I'm looking at it right now. Right now, the Niners were also favored by 18.5. So
Yeah.
they were they were bound to win that game. No offense. Who's the quarterback
Dude,
for
shut up.
San Diego at the time?
I don't know.
I'm trying to see. Doesn't say.
I'll look up 94 Chargers.
Yeah, but either way, they lost. So it really doesn't matter.
All right, dude. Whatever. Shut up, man.
All right, dude. Whatever, man. Shut up, dude.
I'm hitting the wall. Just a sec. Stan Humphries.
Humphreys. He had a pretty good career, did he not?
Yeah.
Stan Humphreys. Let's see. Yeah, passed for almost 4,400 yards and 29 touchdowns in 2 seasons. He holds the record for 300-yard passing games with 8.
Because he
Wow.
played with Washington for 2 years, and then played with San Diego for 6, 7, just 6.
Good for him. 54 years old.
What a guy,
Good for you, Mr. Humphreys. Come on the show one day.
dude! If we could get a guest,
We'd love to talk to you.
we want to we want to welcome we hold on.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, we don't have the money to pay for that.
No.
God, no.
We would also like to welcome whoever decided that new Rams logo would be a good idea to the show. Thanks for joining us. God.
We also want to welcome Rudy Goldberg to the show.
I would love... Wait, Rudy Goldberg?
Yeah.
I would like to welcome O.J. Simpson to the podcast.
Oh my God. So tell me,
His
Mr.
prison
Simpson.
cell.
Yeah, from his prison
Mr.
cell.
Simpson, tell me, did you kill your wife? Yes or
Okay,
no?
we're going to take a break. This podcast is sponsored by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. Unlike unhealthy canned energy drinks, this powerful supplement can be taken daily for overall improved performance. With a formula packed full of vitamins, amino acids, and natural nootropics, Rogue Energy is a healthy way to increase your natural energy, sharpen your mental focus, reduce fatigue, improve alertness, increase exercise capacity, and facilitate creativity and learning. For more information, visit rogueenergy.com and use code NYARMY at checkout for a discount. This podcast is also sponsored by Live Polar. When you want your glove to fit your stick like a glove, when you want your blade to grip that puck just right, you need tape made from quality materials. You'll get that from Live Polar. At Live Polar, they rise above the rest to provide youths and adults with high-quality hockey gear and accessories at small shop prices. Be brave, be bold, Live Polar. Use code KGROSSO at checkout for 5% off your order. That's KGROSSO at checkout for 5% off. All right, welcome back. We're going to touch on some baseball, go back to hockey to finish off, and then we're going to call it quits for this episode. So, Major League Baseball announced that it has canceled the rest of its spring training games, and at the start of the 2020 regular season will be delayed by at least 2 weeks. Minor League Baseball did the same thing, and the World Baseball Classic qualifier games are also postponed. This all sucks.
Yep.
It does.
Anything else to say about it? It sucks. I was actually getting excited for baseball this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sucks.
We were in the talks of going to a game in June.
We could probably still do that. It just might not be against the Cubs like it was originally supposed to be against.
Yeah.
Because they're going to shift everything back, most likely. So Rays outfielder Kevin Kiermaier said, quote, "We want to go out there and we want to play, but at the same time lives are at risk, and looking at the bigger picture, We need to stay clear of everyone out there because this is just how crazy this thing is. He also said I don't have a whole lot of education on it. I just know that it's nothing to joke around with, and I think that's pretty safe to say. He went on to say a couple more things, but just to look out for your families, look out for yourselves, stuff like that.
Yep.
Yankees outfielder Giancarlo Stanton also said something today. He said it's unfortunate, but I think it's the proper measure we need to take now, given the situation the country's in and the world is in. So it seems like a lot of people are behind this.
Yeah. Stanton will get more time to recover at least.
Yeah, that's a very big positive, especially for the Yankees, that everybody's going to have time to recover now. Because the Yankees were facing a lot of injuries coming into the season.
A lot of injuries piling up already.
So we're gonna have Yankees are gonna have a lot of time to heal, thankfully, on my behalf, thankfully. Some of the NHL players had some stuff about it too. I'll try to pull it up. I heard Connor McDavid say something. So pretty much Blake Wheeler, he said he agrees with it. Connor McDavid agreed with it. Everybody's kind of agreeing with the fact that we should all kind of just let this blow over and, take some time away so we can all make sure it doesn't spread as fast as it would.
Right. Especially since the NHL and NBA facilities are shared.
Yes, exactly, which is one reason the Knicks are quarantined right now, actually.
Knicks?
The Knicks are quarantined, yes. Because
that's interesting.
I think they played the Jazz recently, I think.
And that's why.
Yes. And now they are quarantined along with 5 other NBA teams. So I think it's the Knicks, the Jazz, obviously the Thunder because that's who they played that night. The Jazz. Let's see, NBA teams quarantined. Celtics are in there.
Oh, wow.
NBA teams that have played the Jazz in the past 10 days are being quarantined. So that consists of the Cavs, Knicks, Celtics, Pistons, and Raptors as well.
Right. The Raptors were the last team they played, I believe.
So they're all quarantining now. I haven't heard anything about the NHL quarantining anybody. There was a talk about Aaron Ness.
Aaron Ness, yeah.
But
there was
his agent came out and said that he's been tested and there hasn't been any result yet. He was just feeling ill, so we don't know yet exactly if he has the coronavirus or not. But
right.
And I found something really funny before we knew that the league was going to close down. What Riley Smith said before we knew that this whole thing was going to happen, or it was going to be canceled. Originally, the talk was going to be that they were going to play the games without fans in the arena.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when asked about it, he plays for the Golden Knights, by the way, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
When
he used to play for the Florida Panthers.
Yes, when he was asked about it, he said, I played a few years in Florida, so I'm kind of used to it. When he was asked about playing without fans. Yahoo Sports says perhaps Smith is still upset about that the Panthers traded him to the Golden Knights at the expansion draft, or maybe he's just trolling for no real reason. Either way, he's thrived with his new team and is pacing towards a career year.
Yeah.
Which also sucks because a lot of players are having career years.
Yeah, even Ovi.
McDavid, Draisaitl, Ovi, Matthews, Zibanejad, Panarin, Pasternak, Smith, obviously. A lot of guys are having career years, and we're not going to know where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
Zibanejad's on a 6-game goal streak, I believe. He scored 5 goals against the Washington Capitals one night. Panarin, I don't think he had 100 points yet, but I know he's definitely close. I think he's got like 95 points, I think. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, Panarin was having one heck of a year.
Yes, Panarin literally has 95.
And I know Kreider was starting to skate again.
Yeah, Kreider, 9 days after breaking his foot, blocking a shot, I think, was on the ice skating in Dallas.
Yeah, that's crazy. And now he can't do anything.
Well, now he can't do anything, but that's good because he can also recover.
Rest up his foot.
And it's good for Shesterkin as well because Shesterkin got in a car accident, played 2 weeks later, and lost to the Devils 5-2.
So he can
Or
rest up some more.
6-3, 6-4, whatever the game was. He lost. That's the point. He lost. So, did I think he was ready to come back? Probably not. Was I surprised? Yeah. Was I happy about it? Yeah, obviously, because he was 9-1 going into that game. As a rookie, that's really good. He had I think he still does have a very good goals against average and save percentage or whatever, which it might not show up on the stats because he's only played 11 games. I'll take a quick look, but I don't think he's going to be in here. Yeah, no.
Fire can't hear or talk. The talking part, but he can't hear.
I know, but the more you talk about it, the more I'm going to have to cut. Shesterkin's 10-2. He's got a .932 save percentage and 2.52 goals against, which is better than Lundqvist's, who Lundqvist has played more games, obviously, but just he's keeping up. Georgiev's way ahead of both of them.
Yep.
But Georgiev's again also played more games. He's got trying to find the save percentage and stuff. .910 save percentage, 3.04 goals against. Not crazy, but he's played more games, so that's what they're gonna look for more, of course. Wow, Calvin Pickard, Jesus, I feel so bad for the guy. Detroit Red Wings goalie Calvin Pickard's got a .797 save percentage, 5.46 goals against, the worst in the league this year.
He hasn't played that many games
He
though.
played 3. He's 1-0-2. Oh, no. No, he's played 3 games, started 1, he's 0-2. Yeah, so he's out.
Yep.
Anthony Stolarz for the Ducks. The top 3 goalies in the NHL right now, based on their save percentage, are Anthony Stolarz for the Ducks, who I don't like that he's up here, but it counts. He's only played 1 game. He started, and he's 0-1. But he's got a .943 save percentage and 2.05 goals against. It's kind of bullshit, but it's whatever. Number 2 is Chris Driedger from the Panthers, 7-2, .938 save percentage, 2.05 goals against, and then Shesterkin from the Rangers, 10-2, .932, 252 save percentage. Goals against, excuse me. And then Caden Primo from the Canadiens, Anton Khudobin from Dallas. Round out the top 5 in the league. That's literally the stuff that we're going to have to be talking about. We're probably going to have to do a fantasy show, too, if we want to somehow keep this show alive during this weird time for sports. But, yeah, that's where we're at. You got I just remembered something. The fight.
Mm-hmm.
The fight in the FHL.
fight.
I just remember that. I remembered it, obviously, because I have NHL.com open. But it's just funny how that happened because that was the league that I was going to play in. Remember, I got that tryout for that team. That's the league that they play in, the FHL. And it's a very rough league. It's not like the NHL where everybody kind of shies away from hits now, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was an all-out brawl at the FHL game. I don't remember who was playing. I think it was Columbus and I don't remember who they were playing. Hold on. I have the video right here. It was between... It's not telling me. Fantastic. If I find it, I'll put it up on
I
screen.
found it.
You found the two teams? It was
I found the
Columbus.
video.
Well, yeah, I have the video too, but it doesn't tell you who the teams are. That's the problem. It was Columbus and Carolina, I think, was the two teams that were playing each other. I think. Don't quote me on that. I can't find it right now. But if I find it, I'll...
when you tried out, it was for Delaware.
Yeah, I tried out for the Delaware team. I didn't make it, but that's okay. I heard they're doing
the
all
Delaware
right.
team's really not that good.
No, they're actually doing better now. I think it was just because of they're an expansion team, so it was rough from the start for them.
Right.
But yeah, no, they're actually doing pretty decently right now. I think they're actually pushing for the playoffs.
All right.
So, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, but I'll play the fight really quick, and then we might as well sign off now and see you guys in the next one.
Hopefully.
See you later, everybody.
All right. See ya.
Off the clock. Grebennikov was serving the extraneous minor. Oh boy! Jerome Bichard is over the bench and Andre Nitsch is throwing something at him, squirting water at him. Bichard is going to walk across the stanchion. Andre Nitsch wants him. I'm not sure what precipitated this situation, but Jerome Bichard is through the cracks in the stanchion, and now he's going to climb over the glass. Oh, this could get ugly. Bichard exchanging words, and Ron Schwartz is going to give Columbus's coach the heave-ho, and I think he's going to send Andre Nitsch with him. Neither coach is going to step out on the ice first after their ejections. Bichard's going to bark, and Nitsch is too. Bichard's going to throw his jacket off, and so is Andre Nitsch. Now they've got a crowd of about 5 players from either team that have to stand in between them here. But Nick Wright's going to drop the gloves, and he's going to try to fight with Andre Nitsch. Nitsch will walk off. Wright's going to come around and say some more. Oh, I have never seen this in all my years of covering hockey. Now Wright's going to go at Mike Baker. We've got a brawl right at the Columbus bench. He's pulled Baker into the bench and he's giving it to him. Nitsch is getting into it. And now we've got a goalie fight. Karpinski has Osaka fade out of the box. It's a melee. Everybody from the bench to the ice has a dance partner, Graham and Holt's on top of Graham. Chase Follis and Joe Cangelosi in a bear hug. Bichard's gonna make his way off to the ice as Holt and Graham exchange punches at the red line. Andre Nitsch has completely thrown his dress shirt off in the process. And all the referees have skated away.